All right, this
So it's our
is
first episode of
first episode of Realtor Fight Club, but it's episode 67.
True
I don't
that.
know if we do that 67 or 1. Sharon, I have no idea. You decide how that works. I'm sure it's 67 because we're going to keep it in the.
Yeah, it'll be 67 probably.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now I'm about to say something you guys have not heard before. I'm about to say welcome to another and a first episode of Realtor Fight Club.
Yay!
Yay! This is formerly Toe to Toe Podcast, but guess what? Jay Mert.
What's up, Monica?
Changing the name.
I think we should call it Realtor Fight Club.
No, we
Capital
should
A.
not. And anyone that says Realtor should check the dictionary for.
Oh, I say it.
Yeah, so welcome to our first Realtor Fight Club. Look, this is our 67th episode, and we're going to continue on. You'll be finding us in the same place. It's just under a different name, Realtor Fight Club. We got a lot of feedback, and we agree that's just a better name for what we've got going on.
It is, and we have rules. What are they? You don't talk about Realtor Fight Club.
That's right.
I don't remember all the rules.
Talk about Realtor Fight. Actually, we do want you talking about.
We do want you to talk about it.
Tell everybody.
Exactly.
All right. So thanks for joining us. We're super excited to have you here. Everything stays the same format, same two people, same
better name.
Sponsors, just better name. That's it.
Man.
All right. Today we're going to talk about, Jen and I are going to duke it out about this. So your listing is about ready to expire. What now? So your listing is going to expire. What now? You know, Jen, I know there are a lot of different approaches to this.
Yeah.
And I think this is a real missed opportunity, probably. I don't know. What do you?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that for many agents, first of all, in both of the MLSs, all three of the ones that I use, they give a notice that it's about to expire. Like, I think 2 weeks.
Do they?
Yeah. So, but I know most agents maybe they don't know it's going to expire. And that seems super annoying to me. So if you're one of those agents,
you need to be tracking your shit. Yeah. It's a responsibility. Yeah.
But I think too, I agree with you. I think it is a missed opportunity. So, we talked about like our listing contracts ours are only like 90 days, depending on the days on market. But let's just say we have a 90-day contract.
Mm-hmm.
We've done our marketing plan. It has not resulted in a sale, which is the primary objective, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're thinking, we did everything we could do. It just didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
We all know it didn't work. So I think the thing you should not do is don't not talk to the seller.
Right.
Just like everybody freaking knows it didn't work.
God, you've got to have a conversation. You have to.
And this should not have been the first one.
When we talk to clients and they are like, I didn't know this, I haven't talked to my agent, I'm thinking, what in the actual hell?
Right. So let's just assume that everybody that listens to this is awesome.
Yes, they
talk to their client. They're like, dang, it's not working. And that happens sometimes. It's just not perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what agents don't do, what I'm going to suggest we need to do, you have a great relationship with the client. You've already spent all this money on the marketing, on the pictures, on all the crap, right? You've spent your time, your energy. Refer that thing out and get some money back.
Yeah.
Boom. Mic drop.
You and I are not even going to duke it out over this. Although I can tell you, I have not always done this well. I have done it before, but not as a consistent practice. So I will give you that. Do you do that?
Well, you don't have that many listings.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Before. Yeah, no. I remember when I forget where I thought about this, but I remember one day, and it was a rainy day in 2011, I believe.
Yeah, back in those days when we had.
Anyway, it was like this West Side listing, which I had done a lot on that part of town, but like for some reason, this one wasn't working. And I guess I was considered more of like an East Side agent, which is like the opposite side of town for those who don't know. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? And me and the seller were having conversations like, I don't know what's wrong. Why don't we get somebody that knows this part of town a little bit better? And he was like, yes. I was like, great. Referred it out to the guy. He sold it. I got 25%.
List, you just let go. You just let it go.
Well, I mean, 25%. Yeah. But you could do 50-50. You could do whatever you wanted, whatever they agreed to. You know what I mean?
You really could. Yeah.
You really could. I would suggest, if I were back then, if I were not brand new, I probably would have done more. I mean, we don't have that many listings expire, but if they do, and I have a good relationship with the seller, that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm. So what's the script if, let's say you're the agent and I'm the seller, and you say, hey, let me try to find an agent. Let's find an agent that could bring a different energy or could bring some different.
No, I say, I know 2 agents, or I know 1. It kind of depends on who it is, right?
Okay, good.
So like if they're like me, I'm going to give them 2.
Okay.
Because I like to have the freedom of choice.
Good. I like that, because to me, if you're not getting it done, the people might not be able to get it done. Right.
And I'm going to be like, if I don't like that person, I'll be like, oh my God. Right.
Yeah.
But if they're you, I'm going to build up the one person that I think you're going to love. And then be like, if for some reason you don't like them, I have a backup plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that.
And so the seller says, I don't know. I think we're going to just sit here a minute and we'll let you know.
Well, it depends on their motivation. So you would go back to motivation.
Okay.
So like in order to do this effectively, this cannot be the first conversation that the marketing is not working, that you're not meeting the expectation that we all thought was going to happen. Right. We're not perfect. We cannot tell the future.
Right.
So you have to have the conversation. Hey, every week, and we talked about this, I think twice a week, having the conversations about like the showings, the market, the whatever. And so this is not like a destination conversation. It's like, it's been an ongoing conversation the whole 3 months, or 2 months, or 1 month, or whatever it is. Right.
Yeah.
You should have been talking about this plan before.
Yeah.
Look, it's about to expire in a couple weeks. Here's what I think we should do. Or however you are with your client. Here's what I think we should do. I know a couple of agents, like, because you guys would have talked about it. Your client would have said, hey, maybe we could do this. Maybe we could do that. Maybe we need a different type of agent. Maybe we don't want to sell it at all. Maybe we want to rent it. Like whatever it is, you have to consult, right? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I've actually been the recipient of this gesture. Recently, in the last, I would say 2 years, a great agent in Cincinnati was about to have a house expire that was on my street. So I obviously knew it intensely, but I didn't know the sellers very well. Yeah, it was just one of those situations where I didn't
meet your neighbors, girl.
And I know. Shame on me, right? This guy had helped them buy the house. They were a relo, so there was a relationship there.
Yeah,
but he knew he was getting ready to lose the listing.
Right.
And I think they had even mentioned, well, we have a neighbor who's an agent.
Nice.
And good for this guy. He called me directly instead of letting them come to me. And he said, hey, here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to partner with Monica. I'd like to get her on a phone. Let's do some problem solving. Let's have her take a look at what she thinks. She knows the street, blah, blah, blah. And we got on a Zoom call. This was before Zoom was really fashionable.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. And I have a tool that I use. It's a broker metrics type tool that talks about supply and demand or whatever. And it's really helpful in talking to sellers about the dynamic of what's going on.
You mean about price?
I mean, about everything. Price.
You said all the fancy words, and all you really meant was your listing is overpriced.
Right. But you got to tell the story. You can't just say that. They don't hear it.
It depends on who you're talking to.
They decided to re-up, right? True. They decided to re-up. He offered me, I think it was maybe 50%. However, as soon as we dropped the price, we got a deal. And I told him I could not accept 50%. Literally, all I did was a 20-minute phone call.
Yeah, but it saved his part of the commission.
It did, and he would have paid me or whatever. But I said, hey, just give me 25%. I'm happy to have helped. And he took everything, and I didn't have to do anything. It was the best money I've ever made in my life.
The easiest money.
Good for him for getting a little bit uncomfortable, like vulnerable. I would say you have to be vulnerable on this in some way, maybe.
I guess it depends on who.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have to know, like you have to be more, I would say vulnerable. I don't know, maybe, but I would say more like in reality. You have to choose.
Humble is a thing, because if you're trying to be right, if you're arguing that you're right and the seller,
but you're not right, it didn't work.
Right.
I mean, that's reality.
Agents blame sellers. Oh, they didn't give me the right price. There's COVID, they blame everything.
I
First, the
can't even
first
hear
thing is
any of that.
ownership.
That's so much noise.
I know it is. It is. But it's also what you know to be true out there. I'm guessing
Yeah,
that.
I can't. I
Yeah.
just blind.
When you take ownership and your job is to solve the problem, then if you can't solve the problem, find the person that can
Right.
and
Because
be
you're the
involved.
resource.
Be involved.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Like, if you're the one that helps them, then they'll be coming to you for everything, right?
Yeah.
You can even refer it out and keep the transaction. So you could like bring in somebody like you. Like, I've helped agents get price reductions before. They're like, I'm scared, like they don't listen to me. Can you come in and help me do a price reduction? Yeah. So we go and we do it.
Nice.
It's
And they pay
fun.
you? They tip you for that or what?
I mean, sometimes not,
Yeah.
It just kind of depends on the relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the message is be the problem solver. They have a
Right.
problem, solve it. And if what you've been doing doesn't work, get creative and
Right.
get out of the box.
Yeah.
Bring other people in, go to different places, like whatever that looks like.
Yeah. I agree.
All
That's
right.
good. Well, we didn't really fight about that.
We didn't fight about it, but
What
hopefully
not to do is don't just let it drop and be like, "Ooh-doo."
that's true. Unless, okay, here's a caveat I'll say for that.
Okay.
If these, well, I guess this doesn't even apply. Never mind. I was going
Well,
to say,
even if you don't like them, you
yeah,
can, it's even better, right? It's then do it earlier.
yeah.
Be like, look, we're 2 months in or a month and a half in. I don't like you, but don't say that. But be like, this isn't working like we both thought because they're probably angry, which is why you don't
Sure.
like them and you're not getting along and whatever. And be
Yep.
like, I know another agent that I think has sold a lot in this area or like whatever their deal is. Like you have to find out what they think that they did wrong by choosing you,
Yeah.
right? Like what
And
they think
solve
you're
it.
doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then say, well, I can fix that to your point. I'm solving this problem. Here's these people or this person or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Cause I hate working with people I don't like. And I don't want to be 90 days. I don't want it.
If you dread when they dial your digits, like it's
Oh,
time to move on.
yeah, girl.
Yeah.
All right. Should we go back?
Yeah. Let's take a little teeny
A
break.
little break.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to do a short break, hear a word from our sponsor. And when we return, we're going to have the final punches.
All right. Welcome back to the Realtor Fight Club. We're glad.
Yes. I love this new name, Monica.
I like it too, but I do think it's ironic that our very first Realtor Fight Club episode wasn't really a fight. We should have made it like the battle royale,
No, you're right. Dang.
Oh, wow. We'll
wow.
ease in. We'll ease in.
Yeah.
We'll ease in. All right.
We're getting ready to do a dance battle fight maybe against another team.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Did you talk to anybody about this or did everyone agree or what do you think?
I mean, most people like when they respond, it's like, it's over. Like most people don't find solutions to it. And maybe it's to what you're saying. I mean, you think it's because they're not being vulnerable. I think most people don't live in reality. Maybe it's two sides of the same coin. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just seems very obvious for as much as we love to get paid for what we do. If it looks like you're about to lose it all.
Most agents don't love to get paid for what they do. They do so many things for free, like show houses without having a buyer consultation.
Whoa.
It makes me insane.
Angry, right? There is a button right there. Jeez, oh, Pete.
It makes me insane.
I know. All right. Well, look, let's recap with this though. Give them the language again, because I think this stops people. So let's role play. You call me, you're the agent, I'm the seller. Let's just
do I like you?
Maybe I irritate you a little, but we're not like breaking.
I mean, everybody irritates me a little bit, but I basically, we're fine. We're okay. I don't hate you, but we're not like, I'm not coming over swimming in your pool.
Not at all.
Yeah. That was you uninvited me to swim in your pool. You have a pool.
You already said
so rude.
I don't even have a pool.
Okay. And let's just say like you want to are you moving? What's your motivation for selling?
We have our eye. Oh, we're building. We're building.
Okay, great. Mm-hmm. Okay. So ring.
Hello.
Hey, Monica, it's Jen. How you doing?
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, listen, do you have a minute for a quick conversation?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. I
okay.
was going to call you today. So
Oh,
go
good. I
ahead.
read your mind.
Yeah.
So, were you calling me about the listing?
Yeah. I'm just frustrated.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm really frustrated too. I mean, we've gotten a number of showings, but not as many as I thought we would
Yep.
get.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. It must just be COVID.
I mean, maybe, but everything else is selling.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Well, what are we going to do differently then?
that's a great question. I've really been thinking about this. There is an agent that, if you're open to it, I'd like you to chat with. They are very familiar with the neighborhood, and they've sold a handful of things while we've been on the market. Would you
Mm,
be open to having a conversation with them?
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
how does that work with you? What is that? I don't
Well, we'll
understand.
work it out on the back end with us, so I wouldn't worry about that. But let's talk to her and see what she's been doing that maybe it's something that we're just not seeing. Because
Mm,
the ultimate goal, I know you want to be out of this house by the end of the year because the new one's going to be ready, right?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we really need to make sure that we get this one under contract. Like, if we're looking at timing in the next couple of weeks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That'd be great. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. I'll set it up. What's your schedule look like? Blah blah blah.
Okay. You know what I love about that is you didn't over explain that. You weren't
Mhm.
like,
I never
okay,
over explain anything.
here's what I want to do. And like made a big deal. You're like, let me call in this person and get their opinion. They don't need to know that you're going to get 50% on the back end. That
Who
is not,
cares? They don't care.
they don't care and they don't even understand it.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The
Nothing
only thing that
changes.
matters is we need to get your house sold in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's it.
I hope you guys can see how that could really work. And I love that. That's a great conversation. Good job, Mert.
Thanks, Monica.
Yeah,
Anybody
really
needs
good.
help script and role playing, please let me know.
Okay, yes.
I will help
Yep.
you.
And I think even if you can't you can of course replay this and listen to those words, but the gist of that was she's not over explaining it. She's not apologizing. She's solving. You're
Yeah.
just bringing in the person to solve the problem.
Well, we can't apologize. We didn't do anything wrong. So,
Right.
like, if you feel the need to apologize, ask yourself, did I do everything that
Mhm.
I said that I would do? And if you didn't, then that's a different conversation.
You got it. You got it. All
Mhm.
right. I think that's going to have to be the end of
I
today.
know, because if it's not, I'm going to feel like a tirade coming on, baby.
Let's shut this down. Let's shut the Realtor Fight Club down for the day. All right. Do you guys think there was a kick in the teeth? No, there
No,
wasn't. There
there
was
was
no kick
not.
in the teeth. But we do hope that this, you know what? If this saves one deal a year for you, this
We
idea,
want 10%.
we want 10%. I mean, honestly, this could be a $2,000 or $3,000 episode you just listen to at a minimum. I don't know.
Not if you're in like California
In
or some
California, it could be a
crazy place.
$15,000.
I know.
All right. Anyway, do us a favor. Go to our new Realtor Fight Club podcast page and
Yes.
let us know what you think. Give us your
Yes.
opinion and let us know what you'd like our next topic to be as well.
Do it. Do it. And hey, of course, if you're interested in learning more about EXP and you're thinking of a change, give me a shout on my cell phone. You can call or text 513 400 1691.
All right, Mert. We'll see you next time.
It was a pleasure.
Bye.